Hi, this is Shashank. I'm a solutions engineer here at Zoom Communications, and today we'll be discussing a little bit on information barriers. Information barriers control communications between certain users for compliance purposes. These restrictions prevent confidential information from being exchanged between unauthorized users. Perhaps there could be a requirement in your organization where two departments should not be talking to each other or sharing their screen. Or perhaps you do not want them to reach each other by on-net or extension-based dialing. Or perhaps you do not want them to share attachments or files in the team chat. So there could be plenty of things that you want to implement, some tighter controls. That's where information barrier comes into play. So let's get started. So if you notice, I'm logged into my Zoom account environment as an administrator. I'm the account owner. And under the advanced settings, I do see information barriers. There is a support page available for information barriers, which tells that you need to first submit a request to Zoom support to get this feature enabled. So I've got this done for me, and now I can start to create certain policies. But first, there are certain versions that you and your employees must adhere to. There is a minimum version for information barriers to take effect, and it's advisable that you follow all these guidelines mentioned on this page. So let's go ahead and enable information barriers for my account. All right, so that was just a click of a button, and information barriers has been enabled for my account, and I can now start to create policies. But before I go ahead and do that, let's first understand my environment a little bit more. So under users, I have created two groups for this testing purposes. I've added users Paul and Wayne under this group, and then there's a frontline worker group where there are a few people, example Caroline, Ken, Jack, and Robert. So I'll be testing with Paul and Jack, Paul from the group one and Jack from frontline group, and we'll try to see if I can disable extension-based dialing uh, with information barriers. All right, so let's go ahead and click on add a policy, and I will select Paul and Wayne from group one and the frontline group two. I don't want them to be talking to each other by means of phone calls or by Zoom SMS, Zoom phone SMS. I'll enable this right from the get-go. And as you can see, this has been enabled. So let's go ahead and log into the environments. I have got Paul on the Zoom client, and on the browser, I have logged in with Jack. As you can see over here on the web app, Zoom does support progressive web app. All right, so Jack has extension 825, and let's go ahead and see Paul's extension. So Paul has 817. Let's see if I dial 825 and if I'm able to reach. Oh, it says some users may not appear because your admin has restricted communications between certain groups and users. That's interesting. So other users in my directory, I'm able to search for them, but I cannot search for 825. What happens if I search for Jack with the display name? That doesn't work as well. What happens if I click the dial button after hitting 825 and I get the same error? Your admin has restricted communications. So Paul's extension is 817. What happens if I dial it from here? And it ends immediately. Let's go ahead and see if that call was even captured in the Zoom phone logs. It's possible that it wasn't captured, but let's see if it got captured. Oh, it did get captured, as you can see. Perfect. I can see in the logs, the call result is an information barriers block. So that was a quick test, guys, on blocking certain features of Zoom Workplace. It could be phone, meetings, chat, or certain subset of features which you can block. I hope this tutorial was helpful and happy Zooming. See you again. Bye-bye.